We are seeing it a lot this year. People on Medicare supplement plans are getting their rate increase letters in the mail, and some of the increases are shocking. Plan premiums are jumping, and it's leaving many seniors feeling frustrated, angry, and confused about what their options are. Today, I'm going to explain to you why your Medicare supplement plan premium is going up and what you can do about it. So stay tuned. Medicare supplement insurance companies will raise your rates usually once a year based on several different factors. Things like rising healthcare costs and your increased age are some of the reasons, but one of the biggest reasons has to do with insurance company loss ratios. Loss ratio is a term used in the insurance industry to refer to the ratio of losses to premiums earned. So in other words, how much money the insurance company gets from you in the form of your paid monthly premium and the other policyholders that it insures versus how much money it has to pay out in claims and adjustment expenses. If there's a lower loss ratio, then the insurance company is paying out fewer claims. They're getting to keep more of the money, and they're likely keeping your monthly premium rates more stable. But if there is a high or an unexpectedly high loss ratio, then the insurance company is losing money. And consequently, they're going to likely raise your premium rates to help compensate for that loss. In 2020, we saw the COVID-19 pandemic, and many people were sheltering at home. And because of this, they were delaying or avoiding the doctor. So medical claims were low in 2020, loss ratios were low. Now, post-COVID-19, everyone is going back to the doctor and loss ratios are going up. These charts show you how this post-COVID-19 bounce back is flushing out. And because of this, seniors are now getting hit with higher than normal rate increases. We used to be seeing Plan G rate increases in the single digits and Plan N rate increases typically lower than that. But here's an example of one insurance company that is raising rates across the board here in 2024 at almost 15%. And again, attributing it to the post-COVID-19 loss ratio experience. So what can you do about this if you are getting hit with these huge rate increases and maybe your plan is becoming unaffordable for you? Well, this is where it's really important to know what your options are, especially if you're new to Medicare and you're just learning about Medicare supplement insurance for the first time, but also if you are already on Medicare and you already have a Medicare supplement plan. So let's start by talking about Medicare supplement plan letters. Most people on Medicare supplement insurance will have either a Plan F, a Plan G, or a Plan N. Now, Plan F is no longer available to people that are newly eligible for Medicare as of 2020. This chart shows the overall loss ratio based on plan letter. And you can see for a while, Plan F had the highest loss ratios, but for the past several years, pretty consistently, Plan G is now the plan that is seeing the highest loss ratio compared to the other most popular plans. This is likely because of increased competitive pressure on Plan G, combined with macro changes in 2020 that made Plan G the most benefit-rich plan available to those newly eligible for Medicare. Now, Plan N continues to see lower loss ratios. And this is reflecting the fact that healthier individuals usually choose Plan N because this plan does have a little bit higher cost-sharing component. And as you can see here, more and more people are choosing Plan G over Plan N. Plan N is actually less popular now than it used to be, and Plan G continues to grow in popularity. So as a result, Plan N will continue to see a smaller, very specific type of individual enrolling in this plan, and hopefully continue to see lower rate increases over time as a result. Now, there are some cons to Plan N, and I've linked a video below that you should watch if Plan N is one of the plans that you're considering. But for many people, especially those in relatively good health that want to maximize their plan premium savings over the life of their policy, Plan N is a really excellent option to consider. Now, if you're brand new to Medicare, as in you're turning 65, or maybe you're new to Medicare Part B for the first time, even if you're past age 65, then you have what's called a Medicare Supplement Open Enrollment window. This is a one-time 6-month window where you can choose any Medicare supplement plan letter with any insurance company, and you're guaranteed to be approved regardless of your health. Now, outside of that one-time only 6-month window, when that window closes, you generally have to pass through medical underwriting in order to even qualify for a Medicare supplement plan. That means that the insurance company is going to ask you some health questions on your application, and based on your health history or your current health status, you could be denied coverage or charged a much higher rate. That's why it's very important to choose wisely during your one-time Medicare supplement open enrollment window. Not only which plan letter you want, but which insurance company you go with, because some insurance companies do tend to raise rates at a higher percentage than other insurance carriers. Now, this is where working with a knowledgeable independent broker can really help you. Of course, that's what we do here in my office. We help folks, many of whom find us right here online, to find and enroll in the best plan for their needs. But what if you're not new to Medicare? You're already on a Medicare supplement plan and these rate increases are impacting you. Well, your first option is going to be to change to a lower cost Medicare supplement plan. This could mean going with a different insurance company or a different plan letter, or both. If you are in generally good health, then you can likely pass through medical underwriting to apply for a new Medicare supplement plan. And the good news is that you can do this 365 days a year, since there is no annual Medicare supplement open enrollment period. So you could apply for a medigap plan with a new company. Maybe you have Plan G, you like it, you want to keep it, but you can get a Plan G with a different insurance company at a lower rate. Or maybe you have Plan G and you want to save money by switching to Plan N. In either of these cases, medical underwriting would apply. The way this works, if you were to say work with us, is we ask you a few questions about your health to determine your underwriting eligibility. And then based off that information, we let you know which insurance companies have the best rates in your area and which companies we would recommend to keep your rates stable over time. And then we handle all the paperwork for you to help make the switch. You never cancel your current Medicare supplement policy until you have complete underwriting approval on the new plan, and you always have a 30-day free look period if for some reason you change your mind to go back to your old plan. Now, in some states, you won't have to answer any health questions to switch to a new Medicare supplement plan. There are certain states that have birthday rules or anniversary rules that give you a once-a-year opportunity to change your plan without any medical questions. And I've linked a video in the show notes below that explains exactly which states have these types of rules and how they work. Now, if Medicare supplement rate increases are getting out of control for you, then option 2 is to drop your Medicare supplement insurance altogether. Maybe you just recently had a life change and now the monthly cost is just unbearable for your budget. We see this happen sometimes, and in this case, you may want to switch to a Medicare Advantage plan. Many of these plans are $0 a month, and they could potentially save you a lot of money in monthly and annual premiums. However, it's important to know that there are a lot of potential downsides when it comes to Medicare Advantage. So you really want to make an educated decision based on your needs and the plans available in your area. It's really important not to just choose the same plan that your sister or your neighbor has. There is a lot more to consider when it comes to Medicare Advantage. So again, I do recommend working with an independent broker that can help you review all of the different plan options in your area so that you can secure the best Medicare Advantage coverage to meet your needs. But keep in mind, in most situations, if you choose to drop your Medicare supplement plan to enroll in a Medicare Advantage plan, and then later on down the road, you want a Medicare supplement plan again, it's likely that you'll have to pass through medical underwriting to qualify, right? So you may or may not be eligible later on based on your health. Now, there is an exception to this. It's called the Medicare Advantage trial right. And the way this works is if you have a Medicare supplement plan now, and you've never had a Medicare Advantage plan before, you choose to drop your Medicare supplement plan and enroll in a Medicare Advantage plan for the first time, then you have a 12-month trial right period in which you could choose to drop that Medicare Advantage plan and go back to the same Medicare Supplement plan that you had before without any medical underwriting. So essentially you have 12 months to try out a Medicare Advantage plan for the first time, and if you don't like it, you can get your old Medicare Supplement plan back. Now, this is only a one-time thing. It's only for people that have never had a Medicare Advantage plan before, but it's an important trick to know about. And keep in mind, you don't always get your Medicare supplement rate increase notices in the fall for the upcoming calendar year ahead. Your Medicare supplement plan renews on your policy anniversary date. So if you started Medicare in July, then likely you'll get your Medicare supplement rate increase notice about 30 to 60 days before July 1st. Now, if you have any questions at all, or you are interested in getting more information about the plan options in your area, please call into my office. That is what we are here for. That's what we help people with. We're licensed in almost every state. We work with over 30 different insurance companies. We help with both Medicare Supplement and Medicare Advantage plans. And of course, we would be delighted to help you too. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you soon.